Hello, hello, and welcome to The Walking Dead, the Telltale Definitive series, apparently. But yeah, I don't know, welcome. Hi, hello, how are you? I could be doing better, you know? I got some relatively not so great news. Nothing major or anything like that. Just like, oh, that's kind of disappointing. And then I guess the other thing that I find to be kind of funny is that I have a question. Like, is everyone at YouTube like are there people at YouTube? Like, do people exist at YouTube? And it's like, why do all the people at YouTube that exist are like these pearl clutching cowards that don't like know how to do anything or run a company? It's like, you guys are owned by Google. Like, you literally have this major monopoly, and yet you feel the need to convetch and uh what's the other word I'm looking for? Like give in to like non-existent demands. I'm really curious because like two kind of funny things happened recently. Well, actually, they're not really that funny. The first one is that YouTube was like, "Sorry, we couldn't verify that you're over the age of 18, so we're gonna put you on restricted mode, i.e., we're just not gonna track some of the stuff you do." And I'm like, "Cool, YouTube, you shouldn't have been doing all that stuff anyway. I don't really care." You have to give me like an actual reason other than like, oh, sorry, you can't watch age restricted videos on YouTube. Hey, fun fact, man. Well, that's not even true. I think you can watch like age restricted YouTube videos. You just can't watch like anything that's like extreme, you know? Anything that's got like a, hey, you need to verify that this is that you need to hit a button to say yes. It's like, this video contains serious topics, and it's like, oh no, my god, serious topics, no, you can't let the children see that. Children can never be serious. Or I guess even funnier, no one under the age of 18 can be serious. Nobody can watch a dark subject matter. No siree, no. Oh man. But no, anyway, sorry about this long rant. I when I opened up my YouTube thing, uh I have a little message here saying, starting November 17th, 2025, we're strengthening our enforcement for mature video games to more closely align with industry standards and will age restrict an additional small subset of violent and graphic gaming content. And it's like, uh okay, YouTube, what's the deal with you being like a pussy? Like, you know video games aren't real, right, YouTube? Like you know this, right? You know a video game isn't real. Restricting and like, deleting or removing or heavily like censoring real violent content, yeah, I get that. Perfectly reasonable. What do you think this is? Twitter, where we have videos of people dying? Like, no, this is YouTube. We got to have some amount of respectability. We can't just be posting monetized videos of people dying. But it's like, YouTube. It's a video game, honey. Honey. Look at me, sweetheart. All right, forgive my probably slightly sexist language. Like, darling, look me in my eyes. What the fuck is wrong with you? who's the cowards and pansies that are running your company? Because you guys know your YouTube, right? You know you can just be like, I don't think I will, and nobody can do anything about it. What are the companies gonna do? Oh, YouTube isn't aligning with our standards. I guess we're gonna start sponsoring Vimeo. I guess we're gonna start sponsoring cable television, which we probably already do, but cable is dying. I guess put some more ads on Hulu or something like that, or the Pluto, Tubi, Pubo, whatever dumbass new streaming service they have. We got to put our ads on there so that way people can ignore them because they don't have enough money to afford to watch something better than those shit ass streaming services. Oh man. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll enjoy for the time being this video being age restricted because, it's gonna have some violence in it. I know. My goodness gracious, violence in my video games, unheard of. I need to go back to Pong. We need to bring Tetris back. But wait, no, in Tetris the blocks disappeared. That's like the blocks being murdered. Oh God, no! We can't let little Timmy see that. Oh my goodness, fuck off. Sorry, I gotta pop up for OneDrive. Piss off, Microsoft. All right. I'm closing my laptop. I only had it open so I could monetize this live stream. And then spend the beginning part of it just talking shit on YouTube. Oh, man. But no, YouTube. I think it's cool that you guys are cowards. I think it's cool that none of you have a backbone. Like, I think it's really respectable, and it's a very bold strategy. Because also, it's like, they're so unspecific in their language. Or, we're only going to age restrict a small subset of YouTube videos. It's like, is that thing you brought up where it's like, oh, hey, you can have violence in your video games, like, if you're playing the Last of Us or whatever. And also, it's like, what violence is acceptable? Because take for example the new Telltale game that came out that actually I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Dispatch and how good that is, and how I'm excited for the next 2 episodes to come out. Is it tomorrow, or is it like, I think it's tomorrow, but it's like 1 p.m. or something like that, at least my time. I live on the East Coast of America. But yeah, no, it's like, I really don't understand. I'll go ahead and hit X to begin, so that way there's some more noise or something going on that isn't just me talking. Which, by the way, I'm curious to see what, like, is within this game, Because it's like, I know it's got the 4 seasons, which I've only played the first season of The Walking Dead. But yeah, they got the Michonne season. Huh. Where's 400 Days? Is that like in between 1 and 2? Because I have played 400 Days, and I remember liking that. I saw that it was included, but I don't know where it's included. Character viewer, art gallery, music player. Yo, you got music in this game? That's crazy. You're not supposed to have music in games. Well, I don't want to spoil nothing for myself, so I'm not going to play any music right now. I thought there was going to at least be some passive music, at least a little bit of noise to drown out the fact that I'm talking to myself. Yeah, you can display subtitles. Why not? It's a Telltale game. You got to have the subtitles on. I'll say medium for now. I'll change it if I feel like it's annoying me. Okay, wow, is that it? I guess that's it, huh? I will say I do like that it looks more comic booky. Like they mentioned when I was like, because I was like reading about it in like the description for the game, because I'm like, what is included? What's part of this? And like part of it is like they have like a, I don't know what they called it, but there's like something black, of like graphic black, I think is what they called it. And it's like it is very reminiscent of the comic book style. Because I've actually been rereading the comic books for The Walking Dead, and it's like they're pretty good so far. I think I'm on like issue 20 or 30 or somewhere in there. And I don't know, I'm rereading it, and I'm like, I'm surprised how fast paced this is. Like, it's relatively like fast paced, and I do really enjoy it. And I think that's what's like let down with the Walking Dead TV show, is that it doesn't have like as clear of a vision. And again, I think it is like really interesting where it's like the TV show has more time to develop characters, and that can be good and bad. But like the comic is like pretty fast with how things like break down and how things go. And I find it to be really fascinating. I'm really enjoying rereading it. Comics, man, they're pretty cool. I don't know. If you have any comic recommendations, please do let me know. If you somehow listen to me ramble and rant this long, if you know a good comic out there, do let me know because I want to read it. Because the reason why I'm rereading The Walking Dead is because I was reminded of this comic book series I read because I saw it advertised at the end of like a one of the chapters or books of The Walking Dead, and it was Kill or Be Killed, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to reread that, and it was only 20 issues, and it was like a breeze to get through. I like read most of them in like one day, and it was pretty good. I remember liking it. I think the ending is somewhat disappointing, like not because of what happens necessarily, but it's just like I don't know. I find it to be a little odd, the pacing and the presentation of it. But overall, I don't think it's like bad or nothing, you know. But yeah. Uh, anyway, to finish off my point, it's like I remember there being like a policy on YouTube where it's like, oh, if you just have like pure violence and gore as like a compilation of like, say if you post it on YouTube like the most gory kills in Doom or The Last of Us or something like that, it's like that video would get like age restricted or something like that. And it's like, again, I hate to break it to you, YouTube. It's like, A, children are already playing these games. B, it's like, it's a video game. You know video games aren't real, right, YouTube? You know that shit ain't real, buddy. Oh, I can't take my kid to go see the new Disney film because apparently another character hits another character. Apparently there's conflict throughout the story. My kid can't know about conflict. Man. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. I will eventually get into this. I'm sorry for doing this for so long. But I don't know. It's just something that I find to be very puzzling. It's just like I find the pussy shit of YouTube to be like just weird. Just like you guys know you're like a major billion-dollar company. You guys know you have like so much information and so much power over not just the American people, well not just the American people, but people all over the globe, as well as like politicians and government entities. Like you know you have power over them, right? Like they're not gonna bomb YouTube, you know. It's like you don't have the same fear that like a regular citizen has in whatever government that they're subjected to. Like the government can come to my home, send their like goons or whatever to shoot me in the head if they really want to, and like bomb my house, arrest me, throw me out of the country on false charges. Like there's all sorts of ways that the government could harm and hurt me. You know the government can't hurt you, right? You're a company. You make money. The government works for you. The government works against me and, the people who are trying to survive. You know that, right? Man, oh man. All right. One last thing. I'm gonna open up a beer, and then I'm gonna talk about one more meta thing before I actually get into The Walking Dead. Crack. Pour. Pretty decent stuff. I don't know. This beer that I'm drinking, the Big O, it's like hit or miss. Like sometimes it's really good. It's a blood orange IPA. Like sometimes it's really good. Like it's probably by far my favorite IPA. And like sometimes it's like really good. Like the flavors on it are like pretty nice, and like the hops is relatively subtle for an IPA. But then sometimes it's like really strong with the hops, and it's like pretty bitter, which I don't really like. I prefer like a sour beer or like a malt or like a liqueur or like something sweet, you know? Which is like I will say it's a little funny. But like I don't know, it's just so funny how like dumb people used to be back in the day. Whereas like, are you drinking a sweet drink? My God, that's girly, that's feminine. And it's like, no, you're an idiot, bro. It's like the I went to the dentist today, and and as I was leaving, they give you like the little bag of like a thing of floss and like a little tube of toothpaste and like a toothbrush, and I'm like, ah, cool. I've been meaning to get a new toothbrush, so this kind of works out. Uh, but then she like gives it to me, and then she's like, wait, hold on, let me make sure I didn't give you like a pink toothbrush. And it's like, lady, I'm 24, I don't give a fuck if my toothbrush is pink. If anything, I would like a pink toothbrush. Like it was very odd to me, like because it's like to that either it's like me with my giant beard, she somehow read me as like an insecure teenager who's like, I can't have pink, that's a girl color. Or probably more likely, she read me as like some insecure, like older or somewhat like an insecure adult man who would be like, "You can't give me the color pink. What do you think I am? A woman, girly, feminine?" It's like I own a pink shirt, man. It's one of my favorite shirts. You know, I only have the one. I don't have many shirts. Most of them are like black or gray or navy, but you know, it's or red. I have a lot of red shirts. Uh, but yeah, it's like I don't know, man. It just it was so jarring to me to be like because I told her I was like I would not care either way. It does not matter to me. It's a toothbrush. Ugh. But yeah, I don't know what color I got. It's probably blue because blue is for boys and pink is for pearls, right? I've actually never realized that pearl and girl rhymes. I've just made that connection in my head. Uh, but yeah, so that was pretty funny. And anyway, last thing I'll say, because I'm just gonna rant and ramble for 20 minutes before I actually get into playing The Walking Dead. Uh, yeah, I'm kind of curious now. Am I actually live? I'm sure I am, but it's like part of me is almost like half tempted to just like unlist this video because I'm recording it anyway. But I can just like unlist this video and then start up The Walking Dead and just play it properly and normally without me like ranting and rambling forever. I think I might actually do that. So if you're seeing this video, congratulations. I don't know how you're seeing it. I probably made it into its own video rather than a live stream, so that might have been a little confusing. But one bit of content that I see on TikTok a lot is like people encouraging or giving advice on how to make content. And it's the most baffling thing in the world to me. Like, it's insane that there is, like, people making content about making content. Because it's like, first of all, just, like, Ouroboros in nature. You're just like a snake consuming itself and hoping to get, like, another snake in the daisy chain or whatever. Is daisy chain appropriate? Because, like, daisy chain, I think of it, like, literally being a chain of daisies of flowers, but also it's, like, you know, somewhat sexual in nature as well. Let's see. Oh, no, okay, it's an electrical engineering thing. I think it can also be used in a inappropriate way, and that's what I'm thinking of. So, yeah. But yeah, you're just like, I don't know, just very odd to me of like, oh, let's all make content about making content. Because it's like, I feel like it is a niche or a niche, which is like good. Like people like their niches. And for me at least, it's like the most boring fucking thing on the planet, you know? Because it's like either you have to be trying to get into it, or you have to find the idea of it in of itself to be fascinating. And then, like, I don't know, a lot of it is not really in depth. Whereas, like, hey, listen, if you post something that doesn't do well, that's all right. You know, don't delete it. Don't say that it's terrible. Nobody will ever like it. Just try posting it again at some point. And it's like, I think you're all like talking around the point of like what social media and content creation is, which is gambling. It's gambling. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It is like gambling that you have to have a buy-in. You have to have some way to make content, either a computer, a phone, a console, whatever it is that you got. You need some way to be able to start. And, you know, typically most people have their parents buy them a phone. So you can just like do it basically for free, depending on things. But it is like, I don't know, I think it is relatively interesting where it's like people are trying to give advice and it's like, just make good content, and then post it and then hope you get lucky, because that's it. That is the only advice that is actionable. Anything else and everything else that people tell you is just going to be wrong or not going to apply to you. You know, where it's like, oh, you should really look into getting an editor, or you should look into doing this or doing that. And it's like, if you're starting out creating content, you're going to be at the bottom tier, you know, unless you have money going into it. You are going to be like trying to go up a river without a paddle. And it's like, you just gotta try. That is the main thing. That's the main bit of good advice, is to just try if you're really into it. But also, it's like, I don't think content creation is for everyone, because it's like, this is something I've noticed where it's like, because I have a relatively small platform and like a small audience, and like my audience is mostly focused on my content rather than me myself as a person. Because usually people don't watch my stuff with me myself as a person, because they all fucking hate me and I'm worthless and I'm terrible and I'll never be worth anything, is what I say to be mean to myself. But, you know, it's true and it's not true. Who cares? I like me. That's all that matters. But there is this like weird, oh yeah, it's like there is this genuine like dark side that comes with content creation, of like, particularly if you get a bigger platform or you have something that goes viral, and it's just like the amount of people that comment on your stuff, particularly if you are in a marginalized position, where it's like, if you are a woman, if you're a person of color, if you're queer, like all these things factor into how people will treat you and the kind of hate you receive. Because it's like, me, I'm like an irreverent, like, I was about to say shitty, and it's like, I don't think I'm shitty. I think I'm kind of an asshole, you know? So it comes with the territory of being a little inherently shitty. But like, I don't know. It's like, there are some comments that have genuinely like cut me. They've been like, ooh, you got me there. But it's like, I've also been gaming for a long time, and like playing multiplayer games with friends and just random people. And it's like, I've learned throughout that time that it's like, when people talk shit, they do it because they're insecure. They do it because they're pussies who are unfulfilled in their life and they have no love in it except for maybe jerking off. So they are these like hollow husks of men that simply seek to make people feel half as bad as they do. Because it's like, they are bottom feeders. They are people who will never amount to anything, and they will be forgotten in the annals of time, you know? And so it's like, for me at least, it's very easy to be like, when someone says something that hurts me, it hurts me because I believe it too, because I think it's true, you know? Like, if someone comes in and is like, I think you make amateurish content and you're just like a discount Northern Lion or Germa, except you're not funny, you're not entertaining, and I hate the sound of your voice. And I'm like, oh fuck, those are all the things I fear about myself. I fear that I have like an inherently unpleasant voice to listen to, and I fear that I'm not funny, and that I'm just always going to be aping off of someone who is like infinitely better than me, and I'll never match up, and I'll always always be terrible and bad and nobody will ever love me and I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die alone, unfulfilled, accomplishing nothing when all I wanted to do was make people like me and make them happy and have a good time. That's all I ever wanted in this life. Oh, fuck. So, so it's like, I think that's a factor into it, where it's like, I'm inherently, like, kind of built through like the unfairness of society and through my own personal experiences to deal with like it, because again, since I am a smaller creator, I do not get a lot of backlash, and even when I do, like, it's very nice being a YouTuber in this day and age, because like if somebody says some dumb shit or like says something that hurts you, you just be like, well, oh no, oh, you hurt my feelings a little bit. Oh, let me see. We're gonna hit the 3 dots by your name, hide user, and now I will never see a comment that you make again unless you want to make another account, which just shows to me how pathetic you are and how little you value your own time, that you feel the need to go around leaving a hate comment on my video. You know I'm a loser, right? If you're hating on me, a loser, that makes you a bigger loser than me, man. Like, you can't be going around doing that. You need to find something to fulfill your life. You need to do something with your limited time on this planet Earth that you genuinely enjoy and you find meaningful, and maybe you would find things to be more enjoyable and more meaningful if you sought to help others and were kind and compassionate and cool, you know, rather than, you know, mean, lame, and stupid. Like, do you not have this inherent urge in you to find knowledge? Do you not have this like unquenchable thirst to learn things, you know? Because like, that's a damn shame, man. Every day is a new day to learn something about yourself, about other people, about how the world works and how beautiful it is and how terrible it is, you know? And it's like, you should work to do what you can about the terrible things, and you should work to preserve the beautiful. You should work to make sure that everyone can have as happy of a life as they can. And even if you can't do that, as long as you're not causing harm, I don't think you're a bad person, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. That's my kind of take on content creation and the idea of it, where it's just like, I don't know, it's very odd how people, like, what people's relationship to it is, and how people will like justify their own feelings and project their insecurities onto you. And it's like, it does not work if you don't have those same insecurities, you know? And plus also it helps to have like a bit of confidence, because like, again, with the whole gaming thing, it's like like me being like a multiplayer gamer growing up, like the truth is, this is the sad truth, like, people talking shit to you or being mean, it is a zero-sum game. Like, they are like callous, apathetic assholes who do not care about anything, so the only way to win is not to play. Like, you just don't say anything to them, or it's like, again, the best is when you get a message after you play a game or whatever, and somebody sends you something mean. And so you just send them something like, what I think to be true, but like nothing that is like bannable, of course, where it's just like, I loved hitting people with like, you're a fundamentally unlovable person and you will never find any meaning in your life. And then after you send that message, block, and then that's it. You forget about them. And it's like, in my opinion, that's the way to do it, man. That's how it ought to be. All right. So anyway, went ahead and talked for about 30 minutes here, and nobody tuned in. I don't think nobody watched. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream, unlist it on my channel, and then I'm going to go ahead and restart and try it again. Take it from the top, if you will, if you'll allow me. Which you can't really do shit since nobody's here and nobody cares. Sad. Alright. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. This has been fun. I liked it. I'm certainly saving this video, making sure it all recorded right, and then yeah. That's gonna be all. That's gonna be it. I'm going for half an hour just cause. No, I'm like, well, I've talked for this long. Might as well vamp for like 20 more seconds so that way I can get it to be half an hour. And there we go on the dot.